Hey, what's up, guys? So, this is Sunir, and here are a few things I learned today. So, what are promises? So, promises can be seen or be understood as like tools used to write like asynchronous code. Now, what is asynchronous code? Or what is asynchronous in first place? So, asynchronous really means that, for example, let's say you're baking something in the oven, right? Until it gets done, until it gets baked, you just don't stare at the oven. You do something else. Maybe you set up a table, you check your phone, or do something else. You just don't wait for it to be done. Other example could be to really well understand asynchronous is, let's say you're calling an Uber, right? Before the car arrives, you just don't stare at your phone. You do something else. Maybe you check your like social media, like chat with your friends, or do something else. And synchronous, in other hand, means like waiting for first thing to be done before starting the second thing. And if you apply like the synchronous system in your code, what really happens is that your site gets stuck whenever like if something is taking too long. And promises is one of the tools used in programming to write like like asynchronous code. So when to really use promises? You use promises whenever like you do tasks that require like lots of like computing, or maybe you need to fetch data. Let's say you have a site that fetches data about cars, like a very particular car from some other servers. Maybe it takes a long time to do it. You just use promises so that like something else is being done while that particular data is being fetched. So how to really create promises? To create a promise, what you really need to do is creating promises is more like creating a plan for something you want to do, and just letting someone else know that I'll let you know whenever it gets done. And to create a promise, what you do is basically you set up a variable like const variable name, and you do new promise. There's like a built-in promise keyword, just like a new array, to create a new array. And then you use it takes in like a argument called executor, but you won't really see this in most of the readings. You really see just resolve and reject, but resolve and reject are optional like arguments for the executor. So resolve is for success, when the task is successful, and reject is for when the task has failed. So it's the when you're creating a promise, it's more like if else statement. Like there is like an if else statement. If the task has passed, do this. If the task has failed, do that. Then how to use a promise? First, to use it, first you need to create one, as I described before, right? With like a new promise keyword, like a syntax, right? Just create one. And then to use it, you can actually use it with like two different built-in methods called .then when the task has passed or is successful, and .catch when the task has failed, or like an error case, right? And that's about it for today's learning. And all right, guys, stay hard, have fun, see you tomorrow.